What's up, guys? Transfers Rumors here, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing a different type of video. We're going to be ranting about Arsene Wenger. Not really about Arsenal fans, just Arsene Wenger and his signings. So I'm here today with Yashbal. Gian is not here because he's doing something else.
He's mourning the loss of his brother.
Alright, so let's get in, Yashbal. What do you think about this list? I mean, what do you think about Arsene Wenger himself and the strikers he needs? Because he needs a world-class striker, and who do you think it is? For me,
He needs one.
just give a name. Just give one
Give
name.
a name.
Yeah.
For a world-class striker.
That he should sign next season.
Aubameyang.
That's what I said. I have two options on the list right now. I've got Aubameyang and Cavani. Aubameyang, he is world-class this season, and it's just ridiculous how Wenger has not been able to pick him up. Even in January, you should have been able to pick him up. And also, I mean, if we look back at the past seasons, Wenger hasn't done anything in the past few seasons. I mean, if we look at the striker, I mean, what is that one striker? Kim Kallstrom on loan back in 2012 or something. He had the money. That's when he had all the money. And he brought Kim Kallstrom on loan. I mean, this is just getting ridiculous. He really needs a world-class striker. Giroud and Welbeck up front. Really, Giroud cares more about his hair than what he can do with the ball. Welbeck is just... He's just hot and cold. I don't even know. He can be good, he can be bad.
Welbeck is a striker who should have stayed in Manchester. That was where his prime is. He probably wouldn't have even gotten injured there. He was just in top form in Manchester. You can argue otherwise, but I feel that Welbeck would have been much better. His career would have thrived in Manchester United, but, you know...
Yeah,
it's the money he wanted.
But, I mean...
It's
still ridiculous that Wenger has not signed a striker throughout this whole season. He's had since January. I mean, he's had since the summer. Who did he bring in the summer? Can you name one guy that he brought in the summer? I'm pretty sure he brought in one guy. I don't know. But I forgot.
He probably
brought in a youngster.
He probably bought like Shabab Al-Aziz from...
I don't know.
Syria.
All I know is that he bought my player Salah from Basel. That's all I know. He is... In my opinion, he's better than Coquelin, and that was a good signing, but, I mean, it still doesn't make up for the fact that he hasn't signed a freaking world-class striker and he hasn't made his team. He's been trying to make a young team for the past 10 years.
He's trying to remake the young...
Yeah, but that's what he's been saying for 10 years. Look at Tottenham. It took them 2 years to make a young team. I mean, you stop making excuses.
They need to build their academy instead of actually buying thriving youngsters and then letting them fail in their sucky academy.
Like Iwobi, he played recently against Everton. He scored. He played well. I don't see why you should bring him up right now when you should be playing against a strong team instead of playing Iwobi, risking young guy. Have some good players on the bench. I mean, world-class striker who was playing in that match, Welbeck. Welbeck didn't seem too good in that match either. They need some good backup players. It's not just the young guys in there. They have too many young guys down. They're good, but they shouldn't have so many young guys there. They should have some world-class players.
Their team is not injured to a point where they need to keep throwing out their young guys. But the thing is, they don't have any good players. They got rid of Debussy already, so now they have to play every single youngster they have in their squad, and they're not ready.
Okay, but let's talk about Cavani. What do you think about Cavani? Because I think Cavani would be a good player for Arsenal. Because, I mean, he's struggling in France.
Yeah.
I mean, he's living under the shadow of Zlatan. Zlatan seems like to leave, though. That's the only thing I think of with Cavani. Zlatan seems likely to leave.
And
if he leaves, then he's the he's a top striker. But still, Arsene Wenger could get him, though. They could. I mean, but the thing with Cavani is that he's struggling. And if you bring him into the Premier League...
He could struggle even further.
Yeah, he could struggle further. But look at Pato now. He's been struggling, and he just came on, he scored a bloody goal, and he played part of most of them. But, I mean, Cavani, he doesn't seem like a Falcao. He seems like a guy that could come into the Premier League because he's physical, and I think he could play well there. And I think he'd be a good signing. But if you want to play it safe, I would say Arsene Wenger should buy Aubameyang. Aubameyang, pacey, strong, everything he needs.
Aubameyang is like a complete striker. That's what they need. Giroud he's not even close to being complete. He's like a broken striker, man.
But I mean, I don't think what Wenger understands is that a striker can actually change the whole team's performance. Like if you have a good world class striker, the players are gonna want to play for that team. They're gonna want to have Arsenal play better because I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the striker has a huge effect on
like
the team.
Leader.
He's like the leader. If your striker's not
Just
playing
look at
well,
Manchester United. When Rooney was in his prime, that's when Manchester
Yeah.
United were just going
Yes.
at it, counter-attacking football. But now they have young strikers who can't really take charge. That's why now they're playing Rashford, but he's young. He's not gonna take charge. That's why Manchester United are playing a little bit more back because Carrick and Smalling, they're more of the veterans as well as De Gea.
Yeah.
So they're gonna control the back end. They're gonna tell the team to play back.
Yeah, I see what you mean by that. But I mean, with the strikers, if your striker's not playing well, then I'm pretty sure your whole team's not playing well.
Yeah.
Your striker is like your leading guy, the guy that you need to perform well. If he doesn't perform well, then the team is not going to perform well. And that's the reason I think Giroud and Welbeck are just not fit for Arsenal. Giroud, he's just so... I don't know why people say... I don't know why people say he's good. Honestly, I don't see...
He was good in France.
Yeah, he was good in France. I don't see...
But
he's not a Premier League...
France, he wasn't even that good. He wasn't like...
He's not a world-class striker.
Yeah.
Welbeck, he's good, but he's not a world-class striker. Arsenal need Aubameyang or Cavani. They need a world-class striker.
They don't have a single world-class
And this is
player.
the reason they finish 4th every season. They wonder why they finish 4th. It's because they don't have a striker. What they need is a striker. There's no more excuses for finishing 4th. They need that striker. They need a world-class striker. They want to beat Barcelona in the Champions League. They need a good striker. I think, honestly, that out of all the Premier League teams in the top 4, they played if Chelsea, Manchester United, Tottenham had played against Barcelona, Arsenal would have played the best. But it's just that they didn't have a striker. I think that's really why they didn't win, because they don't have that world-class striker. They don't have that leader in a striker. Giroud is not going to lead the team to victory.
Look at all the top Premier Leagues. This is Tottenham, Harry Kane, front of the defense, Leicester. We have Jamie Vardy. That's why
Chelsea,
so many
you've
points.
got Costa, you've got Pasta, you've got a lot of good guys there.
But they just haven't been able to hit.
No, Costa has.
Costa has.
Amazing.
But
Pato scored recently.
Pato may
Chat shit get banned.
Pato might be a future star.
Pato
might be.
Chat shit get banned.
Okay, let's move back to Arsenal.
All right, so I mean, it's just I don't see if you compare Giroud to Costa, Harry Kane, I don't see him fitting into that kind of world-class role, in my opinion. It's just Wenger, he doesn't like to spend, and I don't understand
It's
why.
not even his money.
Yeah, he has like £60 million he can go off and spend, and he's like, okay, I buy some young guy, and there we go. It's just like, no, buy a world-class striker. Okay, he bought Ozone Sanchez, okay, those are 2 good world-class players, but that doesn't make up for the, 10 years of not spending. It's ridiculous, honestly. His team is good, okay, but it's not world class. That world class striker is that huge key thing that is missing in his team.
I mean, if you look at every other aspect, you got check and goal.
You got a decent defense.
Yeah, you got a decent defense. Bellerin is an up-and-coming star.
Yeah.
Then you got in midfield, you got Ozil.
I'm fine with
Sanchez.
up-and-coming stars for the midfield and defense, but for a striker, you can't have.
Yeah, you can't have that.
I mean, unless it's like he's world class, 18-year-old.
You can argue with the example of Marcus Rashford.
But I think if he would play, he would need to play with Rooney.
Yeah.
Just to learn that world class role.
He's been playing with Martial, and
Exactly.
Lingard's been helping him in the attack.
That's the thing. If Arsenal want to play these young guys, play him up with a world class striker. But they don't have a world class striker for that young striker to play with, so they don't.
And also, the young players they have weren't bred in their academy. They haven't been working together since joining the academy.
Yes.
So those young players, all of them don't know how to play the Arsenal way. They're just gonna sit there and be like, you gonna pass to me? How are we gonna play? Then Wenger just yelling on the sidelines like, kick the ball.
Kick the ball, man.
Giroud, score.
And then you see him miss 5 headers. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this rant video. If you did enjoy, please subscribe. We want to hear your thoughts in the comments below on this. Do you think Wenger needs a striker? What do you think Arsenal's problems are? Should we do another video like this? We're going to be having a video come out tomorrow where we talk about other leagues such as our league, Thai Premier League, Eredivisie, and many others. So thank you so much for watching this episode. Well, not this episode, this video, because we haven't made this a series yet. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.